How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just wanted to come on here and give my review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark from last night, which was March 23rd, 2021. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. For the matches, match 1, it was the Dark Order, which are John Silver and Alex Reynolds, versus Chaos Project, which are Luther and Serpentico. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Dark Order went over because Alex Reynolds pinned Serpentico with the Dark Destroyer from John Silver and Alex Reynolds. Match 2, it was SCU, which are Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, versus the West Coast Wrecking Crew, which are Jarrell Nelson and Royce Isaacs. That was a great match, but the ending to it, SCU went over because Christopher Daniels pinned Royce Isaacs with the best moonsault ever. Match 3, it was Penelope Ford versus Miranda Alizé. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Penelope Ford went over with the Fisherman's Suplex. Yeah, it was match 3, by the way. Match 4, it was the Gun Club, which are Billy, Austin, and Colton Gunn versus Jake St. Patrick, Adam Priest, and Baron Black. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Gun Club went over because Colton Gunn pinned Jake St. Patrick with the 310 to Yuma from Colton and Austin Gunn. Match 5, it was Dante Martin versus Jack Evans. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Dante Martin went over with the 450 splash. But after the match, Angelico came out and attacked Dante Martin, beating the shit out of him, and then Jack Evans joined in with Angelico, but Darius Martin, Dante Martin's brother, who are both a part of Top Flight, came out, and the referee had to step in between the two teams of the Hybrid 2, which are Angelico and Jack Evans, and Top Flight, which are Dante and Darius Martin. Well, the Hybrid 2 continued to stay in the ring, but Top Flight ended up leaving, while Darius assisted Dante to backstage, yeah. Which that was cool. Match 6, it was Brian Cage versus Brandon Cutler for the FTW title. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Brian Cage went over and retained the FTW title with the Drill Claw. Match 7, it was Ashley Vox versus Alex Gracia. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Ashley Vox went over with an arm trap fishhook. Match 8, it was Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela versus Seth Gargis and Vari Morales. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela went over because Sonny Kiss pinned Seth Gargis with a diving split leg drop reverse DDT combination from Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela. Match 9, it was, match 9, it was J.D. Drake versus Fuego del Sol. That was a great match, but the ending to it, J.D. Drake went over with a running single leg drop kick. Match 10, it was, match 10, it was QT Marshall versus Sean Dean. That was a great match, but the ending to it, QT Marshall went over with the Diamond Cutter. Match 11, it was The Bunny versus Jasmine Allure. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Bunny went over with the down the rabbit hole. Match 12, it was Match 12, it was the Dark Order, which are Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and Colt Cabana, versus Carly Bravo, Brick Aldridge, and Dean Alexander. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Dark Order went over because Stu Grayson pinned Carly Bravo with the fatality from Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. Match 13, it was Aaron Solo and Nick Comoroto versus Angel Fashion and D3. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Aaron Solo and Nick Comoroto went over because Aaron Solo pinned Angel Fashion with a crisscross pedigree. And match 14, it was Cesar Bononi versus match 14, it was Cesar Bononi versus John Schuyler. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Cesar Bononi went over with a modified Olympic slam. Well, besides the matches, Alex Marvez interviewed SCU, which are Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. And Alex Marvez was pretty much asking asking SCU what their thoughts were about being in the tag team title hunt and the Death Triangle, which are Ray Phoenix and Pac being in the title hunt and everything. Well, Christopher Daniels was talking about how ever since they made that stipulation, it's been weighing on them, but they've been dominating team after team after team and everything. And then Frankie Kazarian was saying talking about how Christopher Daniels was his best friend for 20 plus years and they've been teaming for 10 plus years, and was talking about how they were going to take the tag team title, the AEW tag team titles and everything, which that was cool. But besides all that, Taz and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. Ricky Starks done guest commentary along with Taz and Excalibur during the matches of the Gun Club versus Jake St. Patrick, Adam Priest, and Baron Black. Dante Martin versus Jack Evans, and Brian Cage versus Brandon Cutler. Ricky Starks done great on guest commentary. And Anthony Ogogo done guest commentary along with Taz and Excalibur during the matches of J.D. Drake versus Fuego del Sol, QT Marshall versus Sean Dean, and Aaron Solo and Nick Comoroto versus Angel Fashion and D3. Anthony Ogogo done great on guest commentary. The referees for the event were Frank Gastineau, Mike Posey, Rick Knox, Paul Turner, Bryce Remsburg, and Aubrey Edwards. Okay. Frank Gastineau refereed the match between the Dark Order versus Chaos Project. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between SCU versus the West Coast Wrecking Crew. Rick Knox refereed the match between Penelope Ford versus Miranda Alizé. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between the Gun Club versus Jake St. Patrick, Adam Priest, and Baron Black. Mike Posey refereed the match between Dante Martin versus Jack Evans. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Brian Cage versus Brandon Cutler. Paul Turner refereed the match between Ashley Vox versus Alex Gracia. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela versus Seth Gargis and Vari Morales. Frank Gastineau refereed the match between J.D. Drake versus Fuego del Sol. Paul Turner refereed the match between QT Marshall versus Sean Dean. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between The Bunny versus Jasmine Allure. Frank Gastineau refereed the match between the Dark Order versus Carly Bravo, Brick Aldridge, and Dean Alexander. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Aaron Solo and Nick Camarado versus Angel Fashion and D3. And Mike Posey refereed the match between Cesar Bononi versus John Schuyler. All the referees done awesome as usual. Now, the match card for tonight's episode of All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, the match card that's been announced so far, it's going to be, Darby Allin versus John Silver for the AEW TNT title. Kenny Omega versus Matt Sydal. And the stipulation is if Matt Sydal wins, he'll get to face Kenny Omega for the AEW title sometime down the road. The Pinnacle, which are Sean Spears, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler versus the Varsity Blondes, which are Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison, and Dante Martin. The Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, and Brandon Cutler, versus the Lucha Brothers, which are Ray Phoenix and Pena El Cerro Miedo, and Laredo Kid, and Nyla Rose versus Ty Conti. The match card for AEW Dynamite looks like it's going to be awesome. Like the whole show looks like it's going to be awesome. And I'll be watching it tonight. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give my review for All Elite Wrestling. I just wanted to come on here and give my review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark from last night, which was March 23rd, 2021. Like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road.